Hello everyone, I'm Ainilay Kapuscato from BSED Filipino 1C. So for today's video, I will tour you guys to some of the historical places in Zamboanga City. So tara, samahan niyo ko. This is the Zamboanga City National Museum. Inside the museum is the collection of items and relics related to various areas of the archipelago. It also displays a permanent exhibit of 4,000 of species of marine life in Zamboanga, Basilan, and Sulu. Taking videos inside the museum is strictly prohibited, so I'll just show you guys some photos of it. Did you guys know that the establishment of a museum branch in Zamboanga City was made possible by Presidential Decree 260 declaring Port Pilar as a national cultural treasure on August 1, 1973, situated within the historic Fort Pilar. The museum is named in honor of Nuestra Señora del Pilar, patroness of Zamboanga. The restoration and reconstruction of the three structural inside the fort started in the early part of 1980. After 6 years of rehabilitation work, the museum branch opened its door to the public with a special exhibit on Philippine contemporary art. In October 1987, the permanent exhibit on the marine life of Zamboanga, Basilan, and Sulu was opened at the second floor of Structure 2nd, showing 400 species of marine life. Specimen and giant dioramas simultaneously opened was a special exhibit on the 18th century. Relics from the Griffin shipwreck at the ground floor, which coincided with the inauguration of the structure. Then former Congressman and Zamboanga City Mayor Maria Clara Logbicat, one of the staunch supporters of Fort Pilar Museum, and the civic-minded residents of the city greatly contributed to the realization of development project in the museum. So guys, makikita natin ang magandang view kapag umakyat tayo dito sa part ng museum. Makikita natin mula rito ang Paseo del Mar, na isa ring magandang pasyalan dito sa Zamboanga. So guys, thank you for watching. This is the end of my video. Bye-bye! Hi, good day, it's me again, and today I will introduce to you the Metropolitan Cathedral of Immaculate Conception, or also known as the Zamboanga Cathedral. Zamboanga Cathedral is known as one of the most modern cathedrals in the Mindanao, built in 1998 to 2001. The cathedral is located at La Purisima Street. Cathedral structure is cruciform, of which the candle-like design is appropriate to the cathedral's patron. I will share to you guys the beautiful history of this cathedral. The first cathedral of the Immaculate Conception, built of wood on a concrete foundation, once stood near Pershing Square on the very spot where the University of Zamboanga is today. Above its main altar was an image of the Immaculate Conception of the Virgin Mary, and on both sides of it, one could see images of two saints, Ignatius of Loyola and Francis Xavier. In 1943, during the Second World War, the cathedral was bombed by Japanese aircraft and destroyed. The new wooden building of the cathedral was built in 1956 next to the University of Ateneo de Zamboanga. This site used to be a chapel known as the Jardín de Chino. On the left side of the facade was a full-length sculpture of the Immaculate Conception of the Virgin Mary, and on the right was a bell tower. In 1998, the cathedral building was demolished as it was severely damaged by termites. The current building of the cathedral, in the form of a cross, was built from 1998 to 2001. Inside, you can see the marble statue of the Immaculate Conception of the Virgin Mary by the Filipino national artist Napoleon Apeba. Along the side chapels are symbolic stained glass images of all the bishops of Mindanao from 1910 to 1984. The chapel on the ground floor is used for weekly masses. In front of it, you can see the baptistery with the relics of the Blessed Virgin of Pilar, patroness of the city. And behind the baptistery is a columbarium with a copy of Michelangelo's Pieta and the image of the 12 Apostles.
The Zamboanga City Hall or the City Hall. Since 1937, the building has been functioning as a City Hall of Zamboanga City. The Zamboanga City Hall has a Filipino colonial architectural design. The construction of this Hispanic building started in the 1905 and was completed in 1907 by the federal government of the United States for the American governors of the area. The building served as the official residence of the U.S. military governor of the Moro province, and later became the seat of government of the Department of Mindanao and Sulu, and the defunct of Zamboanga province. And also the said city has a Filipino colonial architectural design. Located mere 2 minutes walk from the City Hall, the plaza was originally known as Plaza de Don Juan de Salcedo, in honor of one of the Spain's great conquistadores of the 16th century. The Zamboanga City Hall is a good example of heritage architecture in this Latin city of the Philippines. The exteriors or the facade are only part of the attraction. One must also see the interiors to appreciate how well it has been preserved, while officials are still working on it. Zamboanga City Hall or the City Hall, it exhibits its old world charm, and it is a significant landmark in the history of Zamboanga and in the entire Mindanao. Most people say it was built during the Spanish colonial era, but they were mistaken about it. It was built in 1905 when the United States colonized the Philippine Islands. The City Hall was located at the main town or El Pueblo in Chabacano. In the year 1914, it became the seat power of the Department of Zamboanga and the Sulu. By the time of the President Manuel L. Quezon, today, City Hall still stands proud as every December, the city government start to decorate the tower and it turns into a showcase of lights. Many families and friends come and spend a cool Christmas night in the plaza complex of the city hall.
Hello everyone, welcome to my vlog. I am Sharbia Adinchu. I am a college student BSED Filipino 1C. Okay. For today guys, ipapasyal ko kayo kung saan sikat ang mosque na ito dito sa Zamboanga City at ito ay ang Santa Barbara Mosque. October 15 was a national holiday in the Philippines to celebrate Eid Adha, the most festival of the sun's reasons. That day was also tragical marked by an earthquake in central Philippines, one consequence of which was considerable damage to historical church. The city largest mosque, Masjid Salahuddin community refers to as the Santa Barbara Mosque, used as a stronghold by the rebels, was heavily damaged during the fighting. The Asians Foundation has been working with the city government, Zamboanga City, Esperanza Alons, coordinations of the Muslim and Christian religions, learning the Darul Ifta, the Archdiocese of Zamboanga, and both Christians and Muslim organizations to address the damage needs of the displaced, as well as supported long-time place building and interfact understanding. Some damage was physical, so the foundations support the rehabilitations of the mosque, and on October 15, Zamboanga City Mayor Ben Climaco attempted the rededications of the mosque with Muslim religious leader. Other damage was psychological, so the foundations thrown together Muslim and Christian student leader for a dialogue among themselves, and which the mayor and to celebrate Eid Adha.
One of the major historical landmarks here in Zamboanga is the Royal Fort of Our Virgin Lady of the Pilar. The Royal Fort of Our Virgin Lady of the Pilar of Saragossa, commonly known as Fort Pilar, is the 17th century military defense fortress built by the Spanish colonial government in Zamboanga City, Philippines. The fort, which is now a regional museum of the National Museum of the Philippines, is a major landmark of Zamboanga City and a symbol of the city's cultural heritage. Outside the eastern wall is a Marian shrine dedicated to Our Lady of the Pilar, the patroness of the city. Fort Pilar was built on June 23, 1635. It is a silent witness to many battles fought by the Spaniards against the Moros, a witness to the heroic courage of Zamboangueños for their love of freedom. It is home to regions of devotees who pay tribute to the miraculous Nuestra Señora la Virgen del Pilar. Fort Pilar today is now an outdoor Roman Catholic Marian shrine and a regional branch of the National Museum of the Philippines. Inside the fort, only the southern structure is still in ruins. Inside and out the fort are well-maintained gardens.